Whoa, BMore4Real. We is in the building, man. BMore4Real. One more time, another Wednesday. BMore4Real. Rated R for reality. Come get your weekly dose of reality, man. What's up with you, Uncle Wayne? How you feeling?
Wednesday again, though. Why is Wednesday so quick?
You know man, it's so quick because we know we got to come back here and, get back on the grind. It is that hump day. So we here to help you guys get through the week.
Why they call it a hump day? Why they call Wednesday a hump day?
Well, that's a good question because it's smack dab in the middle of the week. You got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you divide them right in the middle, Wednesday is the middle day. So it's the hump day to get you through the week.
Really,
and that's what we're here for, man. A lot of people have a dirty mind about that, but look, let's not have a dirty mind. Look, hump day is literally, after Wednesday is Thursday, and then Friday, here come the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and clap it up for that.
I mean, we're here again. It's Wednesday, y'all, for BMore4Real.
BMore4Real. Man, keep it locked with us. The realest conversations on the internet. We appreciate all of our viewers, our subscribers. We appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us since day one. I mean, it's such a pleasure to be with y'all, man, each and every single Wednesday. Like, seriously, it's such a pleasure to be with y'all. And we can't tell y'all how much we appreciate. We cannot stress to y'all how much we appreciate y'all. So how you feeling, Uncle Wayne?
Hey, listen, I'm here. As long as it's a Wednesday and I'm alive above ground and in Baltimore, it is a true blessing. You understand? But you know what? Let me say, it's election time. We must remember that. So you must vote. Whether they say it's early, someone already picked their election, remember, we must vote. And if you do not vote, talk somebody else into voting. It's important, y'all. This time around, it's important. You know why? Because Uncle Wayne is running for mayor. That's why it's very important.
We're going to go ahead and clap that up. We definitely want to go ahead and clap that up. Like we said, we appreciate all of our viewers and streamers and subscribers, man. It's been quite the month, man. We had I think we up to over 30,000 views now. As far as the YouTube is concerned, we up to over 400 subscribers, 420. We got over 1,000 or 1,100 or something or so followers on Instagram. So I mean, like, we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. And look, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead over there and subscribe to our YouTube. We on the road to 1K. You already know. Let's clap it up for that, man. Let's go ahead and get it done.
Look, let's clap it up for them. You understand?
Yeah, that's appreciation for all of our viewers, all of our subscribers. Everybody that comment. We appreciate all you guys. We're doing something unique here. See, what we have to offer is not just like a regular podcast. See, we talk about those things that people are scared to talk about. And because, and I wouldn't even say scared, but sometimes it's like taboo. And because it's taboo and a lot of people don't talk about it as much. It's like, you sticking your neck out there. But look, we had that conversation. So, if you guys appreciate the conversation and you appreciate people for even having this conversation out there, because number one, it's not easy. Number two, the cancel culture and everything that's going on with the social media. And then number three, the whole image and the background image behind it. It's just like, you gotta press on. It's not easy at all. But, we do it.
For real.
We for real.
There's no need to have conversations these days if they're not for real. That's the problem we get in now. It's a one-sided conversation. People are afraid to speak up.
Right.
And if this is not the time to speak up, when is?
Right. Absolutely. We're gonna go ahead
Strike
and
when
clap
the
it up for that.
iron is
And, we're gonna go ahead and clap it up for that. I mean, the time to strike is right now. Because the conversation is dire. For me, it starts with the conversation. It starts with the education. It starts with the learning of the people. Because through that learning process, we can then learn how to maneuver through life and life situations. I mean, just imagine somebody that didn't know how to cross a street, and you out there and you got to cross a highway. That's how life is. You know what I'm saying? You might not know how to cross the street, and hopefully you do, because life is like a highway going both ways. It's traffic, and man, God forbid, y'all forbid you get hit. You know what I'm saying? Some people can only make that mistake once. There's people that are unalive right now that have been hit by cars and stuff like that. So it's ultra serious to think about stuff like that.
yeah, well, stay off them highways anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, we need the highways for commerce, and I think that was one of the reasons why the highway was created, was for commerce, so you can travel up and down freely, and
Yeah, but if in a car, but keep your butt off them highways. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They
yeah.
say that.
It's actually
Stay
illegal
off
to
the
walk on the highway.
highway.
It's actually illegal to walk on the highways, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, stay
Yeah,
off the highway.
yes. You
Well,
don't want
look, y'all generation versus my generation is a whole different scenario. Do you understand? That's why I said stay off the highway.
for real. And we gonna go ahead, clap it up, be more for real, man. Keep it locked with us, man. Realest conversations on the net, man. Realest conversations anywhere on the net. Just another be more for real moment. We encountered some things. I wanted to show it in that video about the canines and stuff like that. Real critical situation that we don't talk about as much, but we're better people to talk about because we know canines and stuff like that, more so than a lot of average people. So, did you want to get into the video?
Well, it's up to you. Like I said, we can get into this. I love dogs, so we gonna get into this. We decided to take the topic a whole different way this time. Let's take a look at these videos.
Um, let's bring this one
Start
up
with this
first.
first one here,
This is
right? And be more forward.
You ready now? No, put that mother. Come on, get up. What the fuck you going to do for? I ain't trying to. Yeah, I thought you was in. I thought you was. If that nigga would have no damn once and I ain't I'd have been fucked up. I thought you was in here to help me out the door. My fault.
Oh my goodness, man! What a video! And to be honest with you, it kind of was quite funny. I'm not gonna lie. He ran into the door and he bounced off of the door. But look, man, she ain't had control of that. K9. What you think?
But I've seen that a lot. These pit bulls are pulling these people around, and these children are taking them out for walks. And these pit bulls are really pulling the kids around. But everybody want the pit bull because they get them when they're puppies. Because if you see pit bull puppies, everybody want one. I'm telling you, and the pit bulls have about 12 puppies. They seriously, and then they have them all different colors, the Breno one, and everybody get one. So the
Right,
puppies everywhere. Get it? But as the puppy gets older, you see it. The kids start to walk them, and puppies don't take years to get older. Okay, you understand?
right,
They
right.
take weeks. You understand? And a few weeks, that little puppy is now bigger. You don't even know how old that one is. He could be 6 months looking like that. You know it. You just had one yourself not
Right,
that
right,
long ago.
right.
Talk about that situation.
Right. Man, for me, it's like it's a touchy subject because I already stated that on my page as well. I seem like because you said pit bull, and it seems like pit bulls get a bad rep, a bad reputation, kind of sort of like,
Do they deserve it?
kind of sort of like the Negro population. No, they don't deserve it, and so that's like black men. It's like saying black men are more inherently violent because we make up 40% of the U.S. jails, but we
But
only
them pit bulls are not
13%
violent. You
a
gonna
U.S.
tell me they not?
population. They're not inherently violent. Actually, pit bulls are one of the most well all around dogs. You have some that don't like other animals, especially other canines, and then you have some that don't like humans. And some of them are human aggressive, some of them are other animal, especially canine aggressive. But you know, the pit bull, it has a great temperament. It can deal with humans and animals accordingly. So it's one of the actually one of the best breeds out here. And so the thing is that people use them to fight and stuff like that and do other things. And so I guess more often than not, they are the they are the leading breed behind the dog attacks and stuff like that on people.
Why do people use them to fight then? They use them to fight because of their temperament. They're jealous dogs. They are. Those pit bulls are they're jealous dogs. And if you realize, watch this, if a female is pregnant, that's having a baby, and she has a pit bull, she has to be careful that when she spend more time with her baby than the dog, that dog actually gets jealous. These are
Oh,
true
I
facts.
don't agree with that. But
Hey, listen.
so are you against pit bulls?
But
You don't
watch
like them
this.
because you know there are a lot of places. There are some countries. There are a lot of cities and all that stuff that has
Banned.
banned them.
And watch this. And this is why I say we don't do research on blacks. Because if we did the research on our own race, because most pit bulls are around us, we get a chance to see them. We know that. They are very jealous dogs. True facts. That's why we get so attached to pit bulls because pit bulls latch on to us. We know we fall in love with those pit bulls because they latch on to us. They're very sincere dogs. They love you, but at the same time, they are very jealous dogs.
I don't agree with that. I mean, a lot of canines are a reflection of their owners. Number one, because you have little chihuahuas and they call them little ankle biters because a lot of them be little feisty and
Now
they'll
you going
bite
in my territory.
they'll bite the mess out you. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have Rottweilers and German Shepherds and all that stuff that have their own reputation. But by far, it's been the pit bull who has carried the most crazy reputation of them all. And maybe well, not maybe, but some of the reputation is garnered because of the attacks and the amount of the attacks compared to other dogs.
That's,
But yet and still, they are a reflection of their own. It's kind of sort of like gun rights. And I know a lot of people want to talk about gun rights and how they feel about gun rights. Look, guns
that's a
don't kill
whole.
people. People kill people. The gun don't pull it. The trigger don't pull itself. You understand what I'm saying? So to ban guns and not ban the people that's pulling the trigger, it seems asinine to me because then they can get another weapon, whether it be a K9, they can use a K9, they can use a rock, they can use any other weapon, a knife. You know what I'm saying? Look at what's happening in the UK where they ban guns, even police don't have guns. The stabbings are up exponentially. People get stabbed to death all the time.
Well, pit bull kills people. They kill
Right.
babies and they kill people. Keep going.
They don't. They
Keep going.
don't. They're not in what I would say, they're not inherently like that. Pit bulls are not
But they're
inherently
capable
dangerous.
of it.
Any dog is capable of it.
Well,
All of them have teeth.
but not as dangerous as a pit bull because of the jaw situation of a pit bull.
That's a
right?
myth. No, that's a
that's
myth.
not a myth.
That's a myth.
So you're telling me the jaws of a pit bull is a myth?
Yeah.
The
So
locking of the jaws.
you know they used
is a
to use
myth?
Rottweilers as police dogs at one point in time.
Oh, that I didn't know.
So the reason why they stopped using Rottweilers is because they have like somewhere around 305 pound pressure per square inch on their bite force, and I think pit bulls was somewhere around
Well, I
two
understand that
hundred or
with
something.
Rottweilers.
So
I've
they
heard
break
that.
bones and
They
stuff like
they
that
were
when
competition with each other.
you know what I'm
But
saying? No,
those two.
the pit bull and the lock and jaw, that's a myth. They don't lock jaws. They just, you know what I'm saying?
So
That's,
it's a myth.
yes, it's a myth.
Okay.
It's a myth.
Keep
I mean,
going.
if you agree, let us know. If you disagree, let us know as well. But
For those pit bull lovers.
yeah, and I'm one of them. I'm a pit bull enthusiast. Like I don't think they're inherently dangerous. And to outcast a specific breed out of the thousands of breeds, uh, out of the thousands of breeds, to ostracize one particular breed for violence and try to outrule them, it is awfully eerily similar to what they did to Negro folks and said that we were inherently dangerous. They threw us in jails and locked us up, and they did all that stuff because we were inherently not human to them. So that's a stark reminder for me.
Wow, that's a hell of a comparison. A hell of a comparison. A hell of a one.
We can go ahead and clap that up real quick.
This upper clap, you want one on that. Show that next video on there.
All right, we're gonna show the next video. Yeah, so this is hold up. We got something for you. This is the next video. Look, bear with us.
Since they
Now look,
such lovable.
we gotta tell you, viewers' discretion is advised. We don't own the rights to this. You can see where we get. You can see where we get the videos
pet
from
owners.
as well.
For
So,
you lovable pet owners.
You know, this is a heartfelt topic to a lot of
For
people
you lovable
that
pet
we don't
owners.
talk about. So we got you here. Let's go.
Oh shit. Hey yo, look, dummy. Motherfuckers really running down on a nigga. Oh no, you caught your ass slipping, nigga. You in the wrong side of town, nigga. Oh shit. Damn, took the motherfucker on out and everything. These are some real certified Baltimore thugs. Nigga, get the fuck. Nigga said, get the fuck, bitch. Damn, these motherfucking thugs from Park Heights, nigga. These some motherfucking Baltimore thugs, boy. Nigga got security out that bitch. Oh, she said, shoot him. Shoot him.
See, now that was crazy. And what you don't see in that video too is that the police actually shot. I don't know if you can see in that video, the police. I don't think the video was recorded that long, but the police actually shot one of the dogs and all of that. So this is what we mean. And it wasn't just pit bulls that was out there.
They were a team.
It wasn't just pit bulls out there.
They were a team.
Well, that's how dogs work.
I know.
If people know anything about animals, especially canines, they come from wolves, which are pack animals. You know what I'm saying? So they move in packs a lot.
Because listen, I don't like to tell my little, where I live and stuff, but my dogs are trained. They are trained, and if you come in my house, they're trained. They're trained to go at certain things on you to bring you down. So I do know they're capable of taking you out. So they're loyal. So when you said they're not dangerous, they are very much dangerous. They can kill. If they are trained to kill, they will kill. That's just what they do. So I'm telling you, they will kill, and they are not compared to black folks. They are trained. They can be trained to kill.
So you don't think that black people are trained and conditioned to kill?
Listen, black people can't be trained to kill. If they train to kill, yeah, they train to kill, but they consciously know what they're doing.
Well,
a dog is not consciously know what they're doing. They're trained to do something. That's the difference between two. We know right from wrong.
So dogs have been domesticated, but how is it that black people are like 40% of the homicide rate as well? Just like with 40% of U.S. jails, we're somewhere around like 40% of the homicide rate. So how is it that we're not trained to kill? And it looks like it on paper that we trained to kill, because these are 40% of the homicide results.
This is the results of us turning on each other. Now, if you look at all the studies that's been done, this is a study of us turning on each other. That's what this is. This is you and I turning on each other. But if we pay attention to guard rules instead of white man rules, we wouldn't be doing this to each other. That's what we doing, because we fighting over money with slave owners stamped on it. Instead of getting along, we trying to get that money. I'm gonna kill you for a piece of paper stamped with a white man on it. Seriously, a white man slave owner on it. Instead of I'm saying we're going to do something together to get along, I'm going to kill you, take from your family and our heritage for something that white man set up. See what I mean?
How does that tie into like the whole Pitbull situation? Because I'm trying to link.
I'm trying to link what I'm saying. You tied in.
Right.
So when you say we're conditioned, that's what I'm saying. We're conditioned. We are turning on each other. That's what it is. But if we will pay attention to guard rules like we did white man rules, we wouldn't be compared to pit bulls or dogs at all. We wouldn't be never there. We're not conditioned. We know right from wrong.
Well, I mean, I made that comparison, and it's an interesting comparison to me because, like I said,
That's a very interesting one.
because like I said, you know, a lot of places, a lot of times it's like, you know, pit bulls can't come here. If you got pit bulls, they can't come here. You know what I'm saying? And it's
For
like,
those reasons.
why is it that specific breed? You're really targeting a specific breed. And like I said, it's just like guns or anything else. And see, what I like to do is I like to reason. I don't like to particularly argue per se. I like to apply what's being said into real life. So just like the people who say ban guns, okay, you ban guns, but guns don't kill people. Now, what if you ban all the guns and don't and nobody has guns, and now it's people that have guns that's coming over here threatening you. Now, what kind of position are you in? It's called a compromising position. And so, I mean, while things may sound good on the surface level, in a more deeper level and at a practical level, you know what I'm saying? Not even that deep, but at a practical level, if you go to apply it, it just don't make sense. So, like I was saying, like the pit bulls, are like they inherently dangerous, or is it the owners and the way that they are raised, which facilitates their problem? Because some people will even argue our teenagers are the same. You know, that's why they have a crime plan even for the teenagers. That's why they build jails right now, even for the teenagers. Because now at this point, you know, they passed locking the parents up. They've been doing all of that too now. You know what I'm saying? Holding the parents responsible, but it's still juvenile crime is on the up and up. So it's like if you see a young, especially black male, you know what I'm saying, these little men, these young men are inherently dangerous. So I'm telling you, that is a psychiatric conundrum, for lack of better words, but it's a subliminal message that get registered to our mind, because I think if you can discriminate against pit bulls, you have no problem discriminating against light skin, dark skin, or whatever your discrimination is. You wouldn't have no problem actually being discriminated to a particular group of people
Right.
um based off of, what do you call them, stereotypes.
But look, they're not doing it. We are doing it. Remember, I said we're turning on each other. We are doing it. Because listen, if we're getting along, no one could stop us. We will get along and rise. We will straighten those issues out. We will figure it out. Our pit bulls are really a bad dogs or not. We're the most ones with pit bulls, really. But at the same time, it has to be a rich issue, because if you go to where you give up the dogs at the
ASPCA.
yes, all the pit bulls are there. Remember, I told you when they're puppies, everybody want them, but when they're dogs, they're at there. You go there, all the pit bulls are there. And then people say chihuahuas fill those places up. I never see chihuahuas there. I don't mean any harm. They say they give them. They're the first to be adopted. It's the pit bulls that seems to end up getting never getting adopted, because that's where the pit bulls are stuck down there.
Well, see, the thing about the pit bulls, like I was saying, is
Sorry about that.
it's almost like they are indiscriminately um disproportionately discriminated against. So I would say I was watching a dog trainer show. His name is Caesar Milan, and he rehabilitates tons and tons of these canines, right? And when they need to be rehabilitated on how to deal with another canine or another dog, right? What he would do is he would get his pit bull that has the best temperament. He chose a pit bull out of all the dogs that he ever dealt with and that he ever used. He used a pit bull to rehabilitate other dogs and show other dogs how to behave as a dog and show them what's expected of them as a dog, you know, as a pet. You know what I'm saying? And that was unique and very interesting.
Sorry, one second.
That was unique and very interesting to me. And so to me, like I said, it represents something deeper than that. Because if you're going to say that pit bulls are inherently dangerous, then that would be the same way, like I say, they look at black men, especially if you the bigger, the better. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of the reason why they try to effeminate black men. They try to put them in dresses and all that stuff because you're easier to accept if you're seen as feminine, or in a natural sense weak, because the feminine is a weaker side, you know what I'm saying, and the masculine is the dominant side, and it's always been that spectrum on a natural level. So that's the reason why I think they try to effeminate men a lot of times is because of that, because you're easy to accept, especially if you tall and all that stuff. It's no way that certain people are not gonna feel threatened because you're big. So now when you got them big pit bulls and them XL bullies and them band dogs and all of that, you know what I'm saying? It's terrifying to a lot of people because they got a bad reputation to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? He's sitting over here laughing his tail off, man. We're gonna go ahead and clap it up. He's laughing his tail off.
What the hell is it?
No,
So
seriously.
I'm serious. I don't know where to go with this. So you feel as though I guess that part. But listen, having over time people realize that I guess let me see how to put this. I guess feminine is not soft. It's not soft because listen, women, I'm telling you, the softest feminines of all are some of the strongest, powerful of all. So, but as now we shouldn't look at it as that.
Right.
But I guess that you think that's how we look at strength. Do we?
I mean, technically we should, because I mean the man's body is built for the strength,
Maybe
for the
that's what.
carrying of the heavy load when it comes to the natural, the natural application of strength. Now, I'm not saying that women aren't per se strong, but they're not strong in terms of lifting weights. We're gonna get that out of the equation. I'm saying that there are other words to describe women, but to give them the illusion that they're strong and all that stuff, and then they start breaking down crying, you asking why they doing that? That's because they're not strong like that.
But I
They're
see.
not strong like that.
But me
So I don't
as
want to sell that illusion, and I don't want to give people the time of day for me to afford that. And first of all, by me assuming that a woman is the weaker vessel means that, that a woman is the weaker vessel, it means that I have to step up as a man and protect her. You know what I'm saying? That it means that I have to fulfill my duty as a man. But if you strong and all that stuff, people won't get that confused. If you strong, that means you got it, champ. That's what people confuse strength with. Look, you strong. That means you got it. And if you don't got it, then what the hell was all this tough Tony shit about? You understand what I'm saying? Don't make sense.
but okay. But me as Uncle Wayne, I'm finding that most of the women are running the household. They are the backbone.
Is that by choice?
I don't know if it's by choice or not, but it's happening.
Well, if you ask them, would
they
they
are
say
the
that's by
strong.
choice? Would they say that's by choice, or they was forced to do that?
Forced or not, they are the stronger ones. So
In what terms?
okay, they're the ones. Okay, let me give you an example. They're the ones where the house is in their name, cars in their name, the insurance is in their name. They're the ones running things. And you know what the man is mostly doing? Is the complainer. Listen, I'm telling you this. I went back to college late. I went back to college in my 50s, up Coppin and Sojourner Douglas, where the women are in college telling you to get the subject. And you see how the women are in college and got the job and taking care of the children and dealing with the situation too. So who are the weaker ones? That's what I'm saying. So when you say the strength, what is the strength?
And I'm glad you asked. The strength is the protector. The strength is the provider. The strength is the one who carries the most weight. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm a little bit confused. No, I don't.
That's the strength.
But I
That's the
don't.
strength.
I'm as Uncle Wayne. I'm a little bit
But see,
confused.
now, I mean, like, okay, in a relationship, we can use things hypothetically and say, okay, you pay all the bills and all that stuff, so you carry more weight financially and all that
They
stuff.
if okay,
So that makes
so they
that would make
have to.
that
So
that
they
that
have
would
to
make
do it.
sense. That would make sense if you say, look, well, I pay all the bills as a woman or whatever, then you will be, you know what I'm saying, the breadwinner. You'll be the dominant one in finances. But that doesn't make you the dominant one in all natural, realistic spectrum. And so, I mean, it's a heavy
Where's the
difference.
dominance?
It's a
That's
heavy
why I
difference, and
say,
that's the correlation with
where
these animals as
where is
well.
the man dominance coming in at,
That's the
Daniel?
that's the difference with the
See, this
animals
is
as
where I
well.
want my
How do
nephews. This is where I want my nephews at. So
how
they're like, Uncle Wayne, Uncle Wayne.
how do
So where do you win the argument at?
how do it's not about winning. It's
You
about being.
have to.
It's about
This is where I'm saying.
it's just about applying. It's just about the application of what we're going to apply to real life. So look, let's say
But you have
let's
to.
say let's take the canines. Like we've been talking about dogs for a minute, right? What do they follow? How do they handle business?
Who gonna prove who's the leader? Who's gonna prove who's the leader? Okay, so if she say, I'm taking care of this, my name is on this, I'm taking care of this, my name is this, I'm taking care of this, where are you gonna prove where you are the strength at? Do you understand? So
I
where are
think
you
I
gonna
think you
say
just
you're the
asked me
man
a
at?
question on top of the question that I asked you. So I mean, I can answer your question, and
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I was asking you a question. I was asking you a question first, but it's not really about it's not really about the breadwinner and all that stuff because women are getting confused. So even if
They
you make,
do have it. That's where the
I mean,
problem lies.
even if you will make 200 a million more dollars than your man, is that going to stop the fact that you need this man to take out the trash? You're not going to be the one to be taking out the trash. You're not going to be one to carrying all the heavy loads. You're not going to be one when it's time to move, carrying the couches and all that stuff. When it's time for somebody breaking in the house, you ain't going to get up and see who's breaking in the house. So I mean that only goes but so far. It really only goes but so far.
Do you see where the argument come in at?
It comes in and at a point where as though I'm talking about realistically versus you're talking about what do you call it? It's not even hypothetically. It's just on a different level. If you're like I said, if they are paying all the bills and all that stuff, right, and they do all of that and they work, then they are the financial breadwinner. That still doesn't make them stronger than a man. Like they can literally go to the gym at the same time and still will never be able to lift as much weight as this man. So it's words to describe that strength. We're giving them an illusion of what strength is based on how we word things. And another example I could give of that would just be, I think, the way that people perceive themselves as gods. And I know, I mean, this be more for real. This is a real conversation. This
We
be
have
more
to.
for real. I
Always
mean,
have real
they
conversation.
always go to the conversation, and I know a lot of people disagree with me. Christians, Muslims, um, Israelites, who
Man, we not
a
here
whole
for
lot of
everybody
different
to
religions.
agree. It's here for you get
But
what you
people
believe.
people with the God concept, Kanye said, "What did you think I am? I am a god." And I'm just like, okay, people think that they're gods and all that stuff. We're gods, but I mean, let's humble ourselves for a second. We can't put a star in the sky. You understand what I'm saying? We can't put a planet in its place. You understand what I'm saying? And we can't make the solar system move systemically like it does. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when you say you're a god, but I mean, every one of us has an expiration date. So according to me, I mean, if we really a god or we God, you know what I'm saying? God doesn't die. You understand what I'm saying? A God lives forever. There ain't no beginning, ain't no end. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what type of God is you? A mortal God? So now we talking like oxymorons and stuff like that. So that's how practical I am. So I mean, as although people say, "Oh, we're gods, we are this, that, and the third," but you're gonna die like a mortal man, just like a white man, just like a Chinese man. Your black ass gonna die just like the rest of them men too. You understand what I'm saying? So what makes
There we
you?
go.
What makes you? What type of God are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah,
There we go.
we go ahead and clap it up, man.
There we go.
That's a good conversation, man. It's just chill. It's just all vibes, man. This is just a great conversation.
But when you get in there and you realize that's who your foundation is. If we go believe in God
Right.
the way we do white man rules and regulations, imagine how powerful we would be. We would treat everybody with the utmost respect. Do you see what I mean? We would know our place, but we get confused. We do. That's why we what things we can get away with. You realize with God, you get away with nothing. We get confused. We do. We think church is the say all be all. Church is not the say all be all. God is the say all be all. You know?
And we're gonna go ahead and clap it up for that too,
We have
man.
to
For
remember
real,
that.
man.
We keep forgetting about that.
The Most High is the end all be all, but you know what's really fascinating. I wonder if anybody agree with me or agree with Uncle Wayne. Just let us know. Type it down in the comments or what have you, and let me know if you see what I'm saying. Like I said, like a lot of the pit bulls and all that stuff, and it's something that has to be talked about. If you're gonna outrule them and outrule all these other dogs and all that stuff, what's stopping you from outruling another specific group of people in the same manner that you classify these pit bulls as? What's stopping you from disproportionately and unfortunately banning people from the same advantage that another group had, particularly because another group doesn't have a particularly good image? Because let's be more for real. You know, let's be more for real. Black people don't have a good image to begin with. Our image is ghetto, unruly, rapping, twerking, you know what I'm saying, violence, gang banging, pants sagging. That's our image.
But you
So
know,
now, what if they said no Negroes allowed here anymore on
but
some
you know
upscale
what?
shit? Niggas be mad.
But you
Be
know
real
what?
mad.
If we would embrace that, that would be okay. But our problem is all of us don't embrace that. We got people that separates. We got people that will stand next to white folks and say, "Oh, that ain't me." When we all should all pull together and say, That's all of us. That might be my cousin over there, my nephew and them over there, my aunts and uncles over there, but this is all of us. You know what I mean? And embrace all of us. Do you understand? This is
Well,
the thing we
I
have
don't
to.
know. I don't know. You gonna have to
Let's
explain that to me some
let
more.
me tell you why.
Yeah.
Watch this. White folks have a variety of different people. They do. We have a variety of different people. It's just a natural fact. We have good, bad, and difference in our race. They have good, bad, and difference in their race. We all know it. It's a true fact. But when we go around white folks, we have to change. When they go around us, they don't have to change. That's the part that's ridiculous.
Well, I mean that goes to what I was talking about, and
Learn to be
that is an important
ourselves.
thing, and we'll bring that up on another segment on another show. That is ultra extremely important. You know, when we go around them, we have to change who we are. We have to change how we talk. We have to change
Right.
how we dress, and they don't. You understand what I'm saying? And so that is a trauma standpoint. Uh, a lot of black people operate from a trauma standpoint. Even if you came up from good upbringings, you still know when it's time to put on a certain cape, you're going to put on that mask, you're going to put
Hey,
on that cape.
hey,
And so that is PTSD. That is a post traumatic stress or slave syndrome that's actually been passed down genetically. This is
right.
genetic information because
Ridiculous.
we knew that, you know, even our ancestors Emmett Till, you know what I'm saying, when you whistle wrong and the white woman perceive it wrong, you're black ass not as a black man, you better not do nothing to this white lady or else they gonna hang you like they did Jesus. And that's how you know he was black too. So we can cut that argument out as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll hang your black ass. But I mean, on a real note, on a real level, on some be more for real stuff.
Be more for real.
On some be more for real stuff. I mean, that is a heavy thing in our community that we don't weigh on because everything that we do operate from a standpoint. When we get pulled over by the police, we know, okay, we can't make certain movements and all that stuff because they start shooting out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I know you disagree with me a couple of weeks ago on the show we was on, but all black people look alike to people that are non-black, just like how all Asian people look alike to us who are not Asian, and all Caucasian people look Caucasian to people who are not Caucasian. It's the same thing, and that's true. It's a
Not
true
when it
thing.
comes to black. We it's a uniqueness about us.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's
It's
not.
a uniqueness.
Especially if
They
you see
know
our
it.
behaviors, you'd
They
be like,
know.
"Oh, that's
They
oh."
all
You
they
would
all
think
know.
that's
They
the
all
dude
know.
with the dreads that got the fronts that tried to rob me last time.
But you
It's
know
a
that
whole nother guy.
you ever notice, think about this, you ever notice that white people talk to their teenager child that they say when the police pull you over, you hold your hand out. Do you think they ever give them their teenagers to talk? Don't you think how degrading that is that we have to give our
To be
children to
honest, I
talk?
don't. To be honest, I don't know, but they do control a lot of the system. And like I said, the system was built off of them. So this is the conversation that needs to be had. And like I said, this is Be More for Real. We are not here to protect your feelings. Number one, we're gonna have a conversation. Like at the same time when they wrote the Constitution and they said that, all men are created equal, they had hundreds of thousands of slaves right in the White House on the soil. You know what I'm saying? Where the White House is, and picking cotton and doing all this stuff, tobacco. So that's a fact. So when you say all men are created equal, what men are you talking about?
That's it. But see, that's it. And this is why I'm on y'all, because you all, it's time to make those changes. You all have to have these conversations because you all children are bucking. That's why they are uncomfortable, because they have to have these conversations. They know who they are. They don't want to keep going to school where they can't talk about who they are as a race. It doesn't make any sense. You understand? And then you're uncomfortable because white people are taught you have to have a conversation about who you are as a black person because white people are uncomfortable. Who are they?
Right.
Let them be uncomfortable.
But my thing is, nigga, respect yourself.
That's right.
If you give a damn about what they think so much, why don't you respect yourself, young black man, young black woman? Why don't we respect ourselves enough? See, this is my thing. And they had a real argument too. You know what I'm saying? Because this was the second out of the four times that the NFL they failed to draft a player from an HBCU, historically black. You know what I'm saying?
About time
college, university, right?
Ben
so
said that. Another situation.
So I mean, that's another situation in itself, and we can speak on that. And this is interesting. But I'm at the point where I'm like, look, if black people wanted to do something about that, then we would stop going to the major Ivy Leagues and the major universities, and we will all sign up to go into the HBCUs and force the NFL to actually pay attention and look at black scouts at the HBCUs. So that way they get more funding and stuff like that. Even the funding is disproportionate in terms of the funding that they receive statewide and federally. So I mean, it's major. They have a major disproportion at that.
Dug into that.
I mean, They don't hide it. It's right in our face. Let's be more for real. It's right in our face. It's right in our face. And like I said, I mean, we've had white people that try to disagree with us, but they disagree with us on the internet. And I mean, I know YouTube has opened us up to another world of viewers and stuff like that, but still the thing is the same. We're going to have this conversation as black and white people because we got to get over that hump too. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe desegregation wasn't the best thing. Maybe we do need that 40 acres and a mule so y'all can do what y'all do over there and we do what we do over here. And then we come together and pay taxes and Uncle Sam together the way that the way that y'all been doing, but the way that y'all left us out from doing.
We need right. When we sit at the table, we need you can need a clap for that.
Let's go ahead and do it, man. Let's go ahead and clap it up, man.
It's y'all time, because you have to understand wrong with who we are. It's nothing wrong. We shouldn't have to want to be like them to be who we are. You get it? And this the thing. When whites want to be together to be who they are, it's nothing wrong with that either. I have no issues.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
At all.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, on the flip side, they would say, because you're saying this black power, black unite. You're saying on the flip side, then it's like F white people. No, it's like, no. Y'all got the same duty to your own people.
It's just the problem that we used to have with them. They were like white power and we're going to kill and destroy everybody else.
Right.
That's where their problem
we're gonna go ahead and clap it up. We about to get into it. We about to get into it.
Right. Let's get into what they're saying. That's where their problem was. Their problem, like, it is white power and anything ain't white, we're going to destroy and kill. That's where the problem was with them.
But do you not see how it correlates to the Pitbulls and stuff like that? That's what I was saying. When the people come together and outlaw and they say, look, we don't want any more Pitbulls in our community. How does that make you feel? Especially, just put yourself in the position of a Pitbull if you can think and, get stooped down to that level, you know what I'm saying, to be empathetic, you know what I'm saying, and say, look, I'm a good dog. I'm not gonna bite anybody. I've always been a good dog. It's tons and tons of great pit bulls. All of them are not inherently dangerous. But to be outlawed is crazy.
A dog, it could be in their nature, but with blacks, it's not in our nature.
Well, see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. See, look, this what I can get with. What I can say is, look, if they say in this community pit bull is not allowed in this community, okay. But then when you start to banning them everywhere, you know what I'm saying? You don't have when most places they are banned. Now we have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Now we have a problem. Or they should treat black people like this because now look, black people were segregated for a while too. Look, they not in this community. We can't have blacks in this community. And I'm gonna keep on comparing it to that because we have to be more practical about what we are thinking. Now look, this is the surface level of it. The surface level is okay, pit bulls is banned in this area, but the deeper level of it is that if we are able to ban a particular group of any kind of species in this region, then we can gentrify any area.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why that's a sticky situation. Why you can't do that? Because listen, there are some black folks that look black, but they are white on the inside. Seriously, they are really got white. You can tell their characteristics and everything are like real Caucasians. You serious? And there are some Caucasians who look really white, like white Caucasian, and really got black characteristics. True facts. So you really can't tell how people really look on the outside. But averagely, you know what I'm talking about. Mainly how blacks we are. We know how we grow up, how our characteristics is and who we are. That's why I say in school, remember how I go back to the curriculum in school, how we learn. We're hands-on. We are really good at hands-on. When that school curriculum and how we teach blacks and young girls and boys in school, we failed them. The school system failed them on how they're teaching them. Remember I told you that? That's why you can't compare to dogs to humans itself. I do believe pit bulls have that trait in them. They do have that trait of they're loyal to that one person. If that one person is not loyal to them, they will attack anybody that they have that jealousy in. We're not like that. We know right from wrong. Do you kind of see the difference between the two, Daniel?
Not really. I mean, it sounds like pit
I
bulls.
try.
It sounds like pit bulls are more human than men. More human than
Hey, I
humans.
try.
But we're gonna clap it up though.
I
Clap it up.
tried on it.
It sound like pit bulls are more human than humans because I mean, if somebody that I'm looking up to and all this stuff flip on me, and I'm expected to be loyal on them, it only makes sense to bite the out of them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
I wish blacks was as loyal as them damn pit bulls.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So why ban them and outlaw them?
Really
Let's go ahead and clap it up.
That's where
Let's go ahead and clap it up.
Black loyal.
Let's go ahead and clap it up. But look, man, we done went way too long. We dragged that, man. Let's go ahead to the topic of the night, man. Come on, the race is on. The race is on. We got something important to talk about, man. We are not even going to waste your time because we only got a limited amount of time. But let's go ahead
This
into
will
this.
hurt my feelings, y'all. Hurt my feelings.
As one of the few black state attorneys, Marilyn Mosby took a number of political risks during her 8-year tenure. She moved to decriminalize sex work and marijuana. She established programs to provide nonviolent drug offenders with alternatives to incarceration, and even started one of the country's only youth and prevention departments. But it wasn't until after her push to prosecute the officers who killed Freddie Gray that she found herself on the other side of the courtroom, convicted of fraud for withdrawing funds from her own Baltimore deferred compensation retirement account, something 739 other city employees, including 3 people who worked in the same agency as Attorney Mosby, did during the pandemic. Yet she was the only one prosecuted and now faces up to 40 years in prison. Marilyn Mosby joins me now. I guess the first most obvious question is, how are you doing? This must have hit you like a Mack truck.
I mean, first and foremost, I'm blessed. And so thank you for having me on. Yeah, it's still an incredibly sobering moment, right? I've done absolutely nothing wrong, nothing illegal, nothing criminal.
This was your money. Was there any public money involved in this transaction?
No, absolutely not. This was not, despite how I've been vilified, when the gag order was in place and I was unable to defend myself. It's just not PPP loans. This is not a COVID relief funding. This was the money that I was putting away every 2 weeks in a retirement savings account.
All right, man. That is a lot to unpack there. A lot to unpack. And I mean, mind you, we were talking about Marilyn Mosby well before she was prosecuted by the state and all this other stuff. Now you heard that they're just trying to give her 40 years. And I know, I mean, you have your president. I mean, excuse me, your candidacy for mayor. What are your thoughts on this whole
that
situation?
one hurts. And then once again, you know how personal I am with this one too. And when I say we weren't there, we still not there, and when I get on our black men in Baltimore for not being there, and when we sitting on the corner smoking a blunt and still not there, when this story is going to be told again in the history of Marilyn Mosby, and when it comes back around, we're going to see how we messed this up. And we're going to see how the children are came back and bring up the fact we're not there, and allowing these white folks to give her or to scare her and to wear 40 years for this situation. It's sad.
Now, this is my thing, and it is ultra crazy because now she says several key things, you know what I'm saying, that stuck out to me. First of all, there was a gag order, so she could not talk about her own case to defend herself. She could not defend herself. So we need to look into gag orders more as the people of the United States that are submitting to these laws that these people are putting us under submission of. Number one. Number two, for Marilyn Mosby. She said that money didn't come from the public. She was taking money out of her own check and putting it into her own account so she can purchase these properties. So what the freak is wrong with her using her own money to purchase these properties? Then number three, they are trying to give her 40 years federal time for this type of stuff. And I think that's the maximum time that she can pay for this. But 40 freaking years, I mean, like, what can we do about that? And they are doing that to our people. And I mean, it comes at a point in time where we got to say that enough is enough.
That's enough is
I mean,
enough.
we want to sit here and parade and mask around like racism and all that stuff don't exist, and the scrutiny of
remember I said
even
this?
Black women, especially in the workplace. We want to act like this stuff don't exist, but then when we see it and we call it out and we point it out, what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it?
That's what
she cannot go to jail. I don't care what kind of charges they said.
And it's
they need to redo that case.
It's the weakest ever. But listen, I'm trying my best to get our attention where we can stand up and do something. But brothers, we got to do something. We do. We're going to sit there and allow this. Whenever we're going to stand up for what's right? When?
I'm sure a lot of people will ask, though, what can we do?
When all pulled together, we got to pull together.
Well, see, this is my thing.
But the thing about it, I'm retired. It's your time.
This is my thing.
Energy
I think it was Thomas Jefferson, right? He said that when the government fears the people, there's tranquility. But when the people fear the government, there is tyranny. And so that is a huge, powerful statement. We fear the government now. If the government is ran by the people and we the people are the one that ratify the government and make the government move the way that it does, then we the people need to make a move before the government does. I mean, even with the gun rights, the gun laws, your freedom of speech, your freedom of press, freedom of religion. I mean, look at how it's a loophole to get you around all that. You can't say what you want to say. There's no freedom of speech. You don't have the right to bear arms. You need a gun license. You don't have the right to travel. You need a license. You need a passport. You need all of this other stuff. So I mean, we need to literally start looking at these laws and stuff like that, and that's what the attack on English is going to do for you guys. Look, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, get us to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to drop that episode real quick. We want to take a time out for our sponsor, W. Man, when you enter our code, they are natural sports. They're natural energy drinks. It's not necessarily sports, but if you're in the sports, working out, if you need that energy drink and need an energy boost, holla at W. Hit the BMore4Real, and you'll get a special discount at checkout. But as I digress, we are forced in this position as citizens from the government. So it's like we fear the government. When the government come through, we fear the government. We fear the government. Where's the government fearing the people at? Where's that quote at Thomas Jefferson? Oh, we living in that day and age. We living in that day and age and time where we now fear the government. And now I'm saying, as an anarchist or a revolutionist or whatever you call them, people that want to challenge the government on what they're doing, the laws that they are setting. The laws obviously that are put in place are obviously aren't for the people, and it's definitely and it's damn sure not for black people. So what the are we doing about it? Let's go ahead and clap it up, man.
You know what?
Seriously.
That's a powerful statement. But you know what would be nice? To turn around. That's why I said it's powerful to see her down there when she go down there for this sentencing, to see the whole Baltimore, the Pitbulls, the dirt bikes, to see us all out there and to see nothing but the whole Baltimore and all the black men out there standing up. Do you see it'll be a difference? But instead, to see the sentencing and nobody out there behind her, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. But
Right.
where are we?
Right. I mean, how many of us would be willing, I mean, just as people, as citizens of Baltimore, whoever, to stand up for justice, how many of us would be willing to take time off, to take time off of work and all these other things that's going on to actually deal with these things?
Yeah.
And that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're so focused on what's going on with me and my peoples and all that stuff. What's going to happen with me and my peoples? I think that's what's setting us back. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got something that's going to be in the way, that's going to be blocking us. And I'm going to tell you something, to be honest with you, those obstacles are always going to be there as long as we don't get on each other's side and start to put our foot on these people's necks, hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? We got to put that pedal to the metal, you know what I'm saying? And we're not going to be the doormat no longer. We walking over the doormat through the door. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what it takes for us to be on that side, but I know it needs to happen soon.
Listen, I'm Uncle Wayne. I like that passion, that energy. Use it positively. Listen, Marilyn Mosby, I'm telling you, yo, look what she did and the power and the fighting and how powerful that woman was and is. So either we can walk away and let her, they step all on her and do what they say, or we can actually stand up for something right, for a change. Listen, this is going to come back around. This is history making here. This is, look what she's done and was doing for us.
Right. And another thing that they said on that thing that stood out to me is be like, well, Marilyn Mosby was doing good up until she prosecuted those Baltimore City police officers. So now you're talking about somebody who has the public's interest at heart, and you know what I'm saying, at heart. And I know it kind of sounds crazy, right? They're saying that she's not prosecuting low-level crimes, she's not prosecuting the prostitution and low-level drugs crimes and all that stuff. Because, and then look, at the same breath, people be like, well, there's murders out here. There's something else better for these police to do besides worrying about us. And then when she try to listen to us and she try to implement those laws, look at what happens. Look at the fruit of listening to people when you think people got your back. Who got Marilyn Mosby back right now? Who?
None. Not there. You did it. You go. And listen to what she was trying to do. Listen and understand something. She's trying to go after those murderers, those ones running around here with guns and shooting and carrying up. And let me explain something to you that you going around here doing, which I'm trying to figure out what's next with you all. You all think that, what's next? You think your guns get bigger? You blow off more of the block? You want to kill more people? What's next with you? That's where she going after. She was going after these people that keep shooting and killing. Do you understand where her strategy was? She don't want to keep locking up any and everybody. Look at her strategy. So stop listening to Fox 45 and their little talking lines that people going around, because they were repeating everything Fox 45 was saying. That's not Marilyn Mosby. Listen to what she was trying to do.
Right.
And now we have no strategy for nothing. Look what we got now. Nothing. This is a mess.
A mess. And I'm going to tell you one thing, too. I'm going to tell you one thing another time for the tree time. Look, we already had other candidates on here that was running for mayor. When are we going to wake up and realize that the news and that the media, that the music and that the entertainment and all these people are dictating our thoughts and opinions? that they persuade our thoughts and opinions. When are we going to think for ourselves and not let these media mongols and outlets dictate and control what we choose to do as the people? Because there are more people running for mayor than just Sheila Dixon and freaking Brandon Scott. You know what I'm saying? It's Uncle Wayne on the ballot. I will vote. Look, we're gonna go ahead and clap it up. I'll vote for Uncle Wayne first and foremost. Let's go ahead and clap that up. Our vote is for Uncle Wayne first and foremost. But you got Bob Wallace. You had a lot of the candidates. You know what I'm saying? Yolanda Pulley. You had a lot of other candidates that you don't know about, that we don't know about, because the news is not putting that out there. So we got to think, why are they not telling us this as the people? Why are they not telling us this as the people? Look, let's wake up. Let's get to it, man. Let's be more for real. It's time to wake up, man. Rated R for reality.
It's time to. But you know what? It's up to us to dig in and to find out what's up. We're going to do our due diligence. That's what Be More for Real has always been about. It's in rated R for what?
Rated R for reality, man. Stop playing with us, man. Come get your weekly dose of reality, man. We appreciate each and every single viewer, all of our subscribers, man. You know, we coming up on the 1 year anniversary. I know I say like what, episode 47, but really it was like 2 lives that we recorded. It was like 2 lives that we recorded that really didn't get recorded because we went the whole live without it being recorded, so they never got recorded. So we really are like 49. So I think it's 2 more lives, and we'll be exactly at 52. And that will be the 1 year anniversary. We started on we opened it up on the June the 9th of 2023. We appreciate you guys. For our 1 year anniversary, we want to try to plan something special for you guys. But make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I mean, this is the realest conversation on the net. This is the realest conversation on the planet. Why would you not want to be a part of it? Also, you know, it's not really for kids or whatever. It's not really for people who are sensitive.
We got our shows for the kids, though.
Yeah, we got them for the kids.
We got
Be More for Real.
for
Appreciate the kids.
We do.
Actually, we'll be at a school shortly. You know what I'm saying? We'll be talking to the kids. We always are in the community. We're doing our active work. We're going to do some stuff for the community as well. Listen up. For our new party plans coming up, Javante Davis fight next month. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff, you know, within the community. So make sure you keep it locked with us. You know, we got you covered. Be More for Real, man. I'm your host, OMG Danny.
I am Uncle Wayne.
And it is Be More for Real. Keep it locked with us each and every single Wednesday.
Thanks
we got you
joining.
covered, man.
Thanks for joining.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for joining.